Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Apple Juice for Two exclusive interview. I am here with K.lifestyle.
What's up, man? It's K.lifestyle in the building, man.
Yes, sir. It's great to have you here, dude.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, K is a Atlanta-based artist, rapper, and everything. Tell me a little bit about where you've been, what you've been up to the past few days.
Well, I was in Atlanta. I came out here. Akil told me let's lock in for a weekend, so we just here working, recording, man. He's showing me around Charleston. Really planning on like doing a show out here soon, so looking forward to that.
How do you know Akil? You guys go back?
Yeah, we go back. I think he hit me up in 2020.
Nice, okay.
No. He hit me up in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2021. But he been following me for a while.
Nice.
And I peeped what he was doing, like with his team, with his media team and stuff.
Yeah.
So he had just hit me up and he was like, hey, we be coming to Atlanta a lot and working with people. And he was like, we fuck with your music. Like he genuinely like my music. And he was like, let's shoot a video. Like, want to shoot a video to one of your songs. And he really liked this song I had called No Makeup. And, he pulled up one weekend and we shot the video. And that was
the man has an amazing eye for talent.
Yeah, like, I really appreciate him. Because, I really appreciate really anybody that hits me up and, just lets me know that they fucking with the music. Like,
yeah, no, that's important. I mean, like, to have the real ones and kind of give you that feedback, like, definitely. Especially as an artist, like when you're putting yourself out there and stuff, you don't really know if it's being received like the way you want it to until you have that feedback response.
Cause honestly, sometimes it's not like I wake up every day as I'm in artist mode for real. Like, yeah, I'm still doing regular life shit right now.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Obviously, I want to make this my full-time job. Like that's the goal. Like that's what we working towards. But it's like,
I'm with you on that, dude. Yeah, you got to white knuckle out.
Exactly.
Ride out a certain amount of pain, I guess.
Exactly. So it's like when people hit you up and they're genuine about it, or they just letting you know that they really like the music, it's like,
that's what it's all about.
It's like, thank you.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like you don't take that shit. You don't take that part of this shit for granted for sure. But yeah, so we did the video, and we actually did another video. Like I used to have hair. I used to have like really long twists, and we did another video before I cut my hair, and then fucking Instagram got deleted. So
whoa, what happened there?
That was that happened in 2022. That happened in April 2022.
Why? What was the reason?
I don't know. I think I posted something
that they did not like.
Yeah, but it was in my close friends, so I was thinking like, it'd be fine.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
But yeah, they snatched
they just went out and straight up deleted it.
Yeah, like
that's scary.
I think I could still pay to get it back though. That's something I might have to do. Cause this page I have now is like, I don't know, I only got like 600 followers. I mean, I have a lot of followers like on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, how much did you like lose from that?
Well, connections wise, I'm still very connected with like all the producers that I was messing with.
Yeah.
Cause like that's what I focus on. I don't focus on like collabing with other rappers. I focus on producers because I like beats. Like,
yeah,
I like
the music.
Yeah, I like the music part, and I like producers. Like I could sit with them and cook up and like let them know what I like and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
as opposed to like working with an artist who kind of has like a vision in their own head, and like I feel like with any artist too, like there is ego involved in a certain way,
Definitely.
And so like when you're collabing with artists, it's like harder sometimes to meet in the middle on that and like understand each other.
The one thing that I was sick about from losing my gram is like I had a lot of European followers and just followers that weren't from like DC or Atlanta. Like I have followers like from a lot of different places, and I know a lot of them haven't found me
again. Yeah, exactly.
So that kind of sucks. But
they'll get back there.
Yeah, like that social media shit. Like, as long as you stay consistent, you could build anything. So it's like that's what I'm focused on now. Just trying to stay more consistent.
Right, because it ultimately is about the art.
Exactly. Yeah. Like just trying to stay more consistent with the visuals and with the visuals to match the music and dropping both more consistently. Like that's what I'm working to this year. But yeah, Akil and them had came back to Atlanta in 2022 like February or March, and we shot another video, but I cut my hair and my Instagram got deleted. So that video, it was just
whole new person.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, it's like I transformed. So that video just never dropped, and it was for the song I had called "Pain Away." So, but yeah, so we just kept in contact since 2021 summer, and you know, the kid like stepped to me like, you know, I have my own media team, and I'm really trying to get in on the management side. So that's something we're working towards now. Like, I don't have like legit management yet.
Right, yeah, like representation.
Yeah, representation. Yeah. So that's something like me and Akil are working on, like really putting a team together, like for me, just like every other artist, like has a legit team.
No, he's making it happen.
Like, yeah, exactly.
For real. Well, so okay, let's go back for a sec. So you are from DC?
Yeah, I'm from Southeast DC.
Okay, nice. I'm from Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh, facts.
That's yeah.
Yeah, and, you a little bit, a little out the way, but you still right there.
Oh yeah. My grandma lives in like Bowie, which is like right down the street from DC, basically. I'm pretty sure.
Facts. Oh yeah, Bowie, that's right there. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, I love DC.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I like it too.
What was it like growing up there?
It was crazy. Like my experience is like the best of both worlds. Like I always tell people, because I'm from Southeast. If anybody know anything about DC, like I'm from the worst part of the city.
Okay.
Like I'm from where like tourists don't go there. Like if you're from uptown, you don't go to the south side type shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, so but I never went to school in the hood. Like I always went to the better schools that were on the other side of town.
That's an interesting, living in two worlds kind of.
Exactly. So it's like I'm traveling from the worst part of the city to the best part of the city, like every day. So that was my life. Like growing up, all my elementary, middle school, and high school was all like in good areas, like really close to Georgetown for real. Cause like my mom worked in like a nice downtown area. Nice. So I always went to school like kind of close to her. So
what was that like for you? Like did you ever have trouble like relating to your classmates and stuff, or like were there other people in the same boat with you?
Yeah, it was a lot of people in the same boat as me. Like,
okay, nice.
I would say I got all the hood experience, and I got all of the
the white collar experience or whatever.
Like, yeah, it's really like the duality, because like I grew up in the hood. My father, he owned a restaurant in the hood, so everybody knew us.
Nice.
Like everybody knew us because they knew my dad and they knew my brother. Cause like we got a restaurant. Like we don't.
So your dad was kind of like a community like thing. Like
like we the only black family that owned a restaurant in the hood. Wow. So
what did he cook? Cool. What did he make? Like
it was soul like
food stuff or
soul food stuff, and it was like breakfast in the morning too.
Word. Oh, shit.
So like a lot of people knew me because of my father and stuff. And then I also played football. Like I always played sports. I always played football and basketball. Like a hood rec. Like I played in this project called Berry Farms. That's like where I grew up. Like I've never personally lived in like no Section 8 or like project. I was always the person that like family had a nice house or cool house in the hood.
Right.
Yeah, like my folks is in real estate, so like
nice.
We always had like different houses and stuff, but like nah, I would never like I can't say that like I'm a Section 8 baby or like like nah, I always had a cool house, like nice house in the hood though.
But you still like you're a part of it there, and you understood the people and like that kind of thing.
Definitely, man. Like I was not no outsider. Like I was outside. Yeah, I was really outside for real. Like so it'd be weird like explaining that to people, because it's like if you're not from there, you just ain't gonna get it. Like,
for sure. Get it. Damn, it seems like a totally different experience, and to live in those two worlds must be like confusing almost in a sense. Did you ever struggle? Were you ever like? Did that ever weigh on your identity in that sense, or did you always have a sense of self like this is where I come from?
Nah, I feel like I was always really confident. I was always confident, and I knew I was smart. Like since I was real young, and like the only thing people used to pick on me about is like you could hear like my accent a little bit, but people where I'm from, they say I talk white. Like they say I talk really proper.
Okay.
Because if you hear like the average like DC hood nigga, like if you hear how they speak, the accent is so much thicker than mine.
Right.
Like it's a lot more slang.
Interesting.
So people would say like I talk white, but that's about it. But like I always had a lot of confidence. I knew I was smart and like I knew I was fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like fashion has always been like a really big thing.
Really?
Yeah, like it started with Jordans. Like I used to be a
Nice.
collector. I used to restore my own shoes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you, like, that's a big part of like your music or your
yeah,
persona and
facts.
everything, like fashion. Like, did that come before your love for music, or like were you just always around music and stuff? And
I mean, it was like I was always into fashion. Like I was known for having all the shoes, all the
right,
Jordans. I used to be
yes,
big on Jeremy Scotts and shit. Like
there's
I
always that
was,
one guy in high school who's got all the
I was
shoes.
definitely that one guy. Like
Nice.
literally, me and my best friend, we went to the same high school. His name Ramir. We became friends because the first week of school, my first week of school as a freshman, me and him wore Jordans that whole first week.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, bro, who are you? Like you got all the shoes. Like I got all the shoes. And we literally became friends that way.
Nice.
Like he's my first high school friend. But yeah, we always just had all the Jordans. And I had like 30 pair going into like my sophomore year.
Jeez.
And my sophomore year of high school, I went to Paris with my father.
Mm-hmm.
And like that shit changed my life.
Paris, really?
Yeah.
What about Paris? Like just the
'Cause-
fashion culture there?
Yeah, because
Interesting.
it just shifted because, you know, we were young with the internet. Like I used to, when I was bored, I used to be on eBay and like
Mhm.
Farfetch and all that stuff and just looking at high-end brands. I couldn't
Right.
I couldn't afford it,
Uh-huh.
but I'm just looking because I'm bored. Like that's
Yeah.
just what I used to do when I was
Yeah,
bored. So
I
like
feel that.
I'm looking at all this high-end stuff like APC, Dolce & Gabbana, like Rick Owens, like just
Wow.
anything, Helmet Lane, anything you could think of. I'm
Yeah.
just looking at it.
Aspirationally, I guess.
Yeah,
Just, like,
and then I went to Paris, and everything like it's different in Paris. Like that's really the fashion capital of the world. Like that's why I want to go to different places in Italy too, because like a lot of stuff comes from there.
right.
But it's like, you know, when you walk in Nordstrom's or Neiman's or something out here, you don't see everything that you see online.
I see.
Not everything.
Mm-hmm.
But in Paris, their department stores,
They got everything.
every single thing,
Hmm.
every single thing that you see online
Yeah.
is in the store.
So they like take it seriously.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
their department stores are huge. They stretch blocks. Like
That makes sense. I mean, because like personally, I hate the idea of like buying clothes that I haven't tried on.
yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
Sure, I hate that too. It's really hard to find good pants.
Yeah, for real. I mean, so that's crazy. I definitely want to go to Paris sometime.
Yeah,
But in terms of fashion and like expressing yourself with fashion, like how what do you think like you're able to express with fashion? Like just people in general too. Like what's the benefit over communicating your feelings and like your personality through fashion versus music maybe?
I feel like fashion is a good way to stand out without speaking. Sometimes I don't always want to speak. I really don't like talking that much.
That's facts. That's actually a good
Yeah.
point.
I really don't like talking that much, honestly.
You don't need to say anything if you're, wearing something that is
exactly. Cause like I don't know, I'm one of the people like when I'm around strangers or new people, like I just observe. I
Yeah.
don't really talk that much. And with fashion, it's a great conversation starter.
Yeah.
It's got me into so many like doors.
Yeah.
Like literally
You met your childhood best friend with your shoes and stuff.
Exactly. Like when I was growing up in high school, I didn't really care about being called like weird or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to wear what I wanted to wear. I went to school, I didn't have to wear a uniform. So I was just like experimenting, trying shit. Like that's what I was known for.
Hmm.
Like in high school, and then as I got older, like I used to be like, man, I want to model. So I used to like, I had photography friends. I just would take cool pictures. And then
Right.
it got to the point like I'm growing up in high school and people asking me like, what do I do? And I'm like, I just like taking pictures and putting clothes on.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what to tell them.
Right. Yeah. Like, how do you define that? In a sense?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just was like, it was just expression to me. Like, I just want to stand out. I don't want to wear what everybody else is wearing. My father and my mother were really big on like thrifting, like high end thrifting though.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna ask. Like, do you think fashion has to be expensive and pricey?
No. It doesn't have to be at all. That's one thing my father like taught me.
Nice.
Like both my parents were like they both are into fashion in different ways, and they just like it's a good yin and yang. Like my mom, she likes new stuff, but she likes to get a deal. My dad is
Right.
the same type of way,
Mm-hmm.
and they both taught me like how to thrift, where to go to
Yes.
thrift,
Uh-huh.
the best areas in every city. There's a good area. You know
Yes,
what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Yeah. The
Like
times you got to hit the times, right?
exactly, man. Like you gotta know where to find stuff. You gonna find something that nobody has.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and that's something I learned young. Like I hate when people have the same exact clothes as me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna stand out. Like I'm gonna go
Yeah.
out my way
Mm-hmm.
to make sure like I have a piece or pieces that like
Are unique and
yeah, are unique. So like it really just started with that. Going to Paris, like I went to Paris. Everything you see online is in right there in front of you. So I went crazy, bro. Like
mm-hmm.
I was 15. I had like I've been working since I was 9 years old. Like I told you, like my dad had a restaurant.
Oh yeah,
So
so you're
like
just there
yeah,
doing
so
stuff.
I had been working.
Mm-hmm.
So I always had my own money. I had like 1,500 of my own money in Paris, and
Mm-hmm.
then my parents gave me like $1,000.
Word.
So I spent all that shit.
Shit.
Like I'm in Paris, bro. Like I
Of
don't know.
course, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna come back. Like we were thrifting. I was buying new shit. Like I bought APC. Like Kanye always been a real big influence back in that time.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah, back in that time, he made APC really cool. I bought some new APC shit. We went thrifting.
Honestly, Kanye before 2022 is like always an inspiration. Will always be an inspiration to me.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Fashion wise, nobody could ever say nothing to that man.
Really?
Like on the just talking about the fashion, not what he
Sure.
does.
Exactly. Totally.
Not
Yeah.
not what he does politically or all that other stuff with his family. Like
Yeah.
that
No, that's
aside.
true. Like, he does takes it to a whole new level. Like, I saw this
Yeah.
one performance of him. I mean, not to dick ride Kanye this time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But fashion wise, like, it's this one. He's like wearing all burlap or some shit. I don't know if you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, but like, just the combination of that style and like what he was doing in the set design is like, he really does understand the art of the fashion. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah, I feel
mean,
like he should talk less and just focus on showing people,
facts.
showing people like what the ideas he wants to convey. Cause like I said, like, but with fashion, you don't have to talk. It speaks. It's on you.
That's true.
Like it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You don't really gotta put too many words behind that shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, so like yeah, the whole Paris thing like that really just shifted
Really.
this fashion shit for me. Like when I came back, wait, hold on. The last thing I would say about Paris
Sure. Yeah.
is like, have you ever seen the Como de Garçon sneakers?
I don't
Like,
think so.
it's like the ones with the heart on them. Like not the Chucks with the heart on them, but it's like,
You have a photo of him?
yeah, hold on. I'll try
There's
to
no
pull it
rush.
up.
Did you pick up a pair of them in Paris when you were there?
Yeah, basically, I found like
Okay.
those.
Gotcha. I have seen those before.
Yeah, it was like when they first dropped.
Okay.
Like, 2013, and then they dropped again in 2014, and they had sold out in the U.S. And I was in Paris, and they were there.
Nice.
So I was like one of the only people
shit.
like
Yeah.
in my friend group that was able to get them, bro.
Damn.
So I got them, and I was just like, bro,
Come at me.
I have to sell all my Jordans. I went home
Mhm.
and I had like 30 pair of Jordans, but I sold like 20, 25 pair of shoes
mhm.
because I was just like, I got to get on this high end shit. I was like,
Right.
this has to be the thing. Like,
Oh, so that kind of was like the shift for you into
Yeah,
more
like,
higher end stuff.
I was 15. That's when I sold a lot of bunch of my Jordans. And I started getting into like Margiela,
Right.
and like just the higher end stuff. Like my
Mhm.
first designer shoe, my first love for like designer shoes, definitely Margiela.
Oh, nice.
For real.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I guess it's not even about like just the money or exclusivity of it. It's like the
Yeah.
art of it.
Exactly.
and the
It's
higher
just, I just say, man, like do your research, find something you really like.
Yeah.
Because this is how
Don't just go buy a Louis Vuitton bag because
exactly like don't go buy expensive shit. Like the way I looked at it is like, okay, I knew a couple brands I like. Once I get a certain number of pieces from a brand I like,
hmm
then I move on to the next brand
Yeah.
and try to get a couple pieces from that.
hmm
And I just do it like that. But like I'm not doing it for the trend. I'm doing it because
Yeah.
I actually really like these
It
brands.
speaks to you in a certain
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
Right. Nice.
So like, yeah, that's how it was like growing up. And then as I got older, people started to notice the fashion sense that I had. And they always asking me like what I did, and I don't know. I just didn't
Yeah.
do. I just like to get fly and take
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah. I just
Nah,
see this and this, and
yeah,
then today I feel like this, so I'm gonna
right.
combo these things and
And then
stuff.
I always had friends that were in music. When I came to Atlanta in 2016. That was like my freshman year of college,
Okay.
and I had a couple
So out of
artists.
DC, you go to Atlanta for college?
Yeah,
Nice.
I went to Atlanta. It was me and a couple other my friends that were in the same class. We all went down there,
Nice.
and then it
What
was like
school?
Morehouse.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
Morehouse. So we all went down there, and like I always had artist friends. Like I always had like either, you know, artists in the sense of photography or painters, and then artists in like recording artists, like musicians and stuff like that.
Right.
So a couple of my artist friends, like I ended up just going to their studios more, like going to the sessions and
Okay.
stuff with them.
Yeah.
And then like one of my artist friends, his name is Yin Yang. He's from DC as well. A lot of people know him. He shoots videos too. He
Okay.
has his own media company.
Shout out Yin Yang.
Yeah, shout out Yin Yang, man. Him and my other friend Yoko Chanel, who's
Nice.
another artist from DC. Well, from DC, Maryland. That's my bro. Shout out Yoko Chanel. Those are like my big brothers in this shit. Like I'm
Nice.
24, they're like 26.
Okay.
Yeah,
So and you're
so-
talking about like in terms of music and stuff? Well,
Yeah.
So that kind of kicked off for you when you got to Atlanta?
Yeah, like I didn't graduate high school and like come to Atlanta like, oh, I'm gonna be an artist.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't what was going on.
Huh.
Like I was just smart. I was on a scholarship. Like
Uh-huh.
I got a lot of different scholarships from a couple of different schools,
Uh-huh.
and like they gave me money. It was lit in Atlanta,
Yeah.
so I knew.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, like
Yeah.
let's go. So I went, and like that's just how it worked out. Like after that first year of college, like my older bros, they're like, bro, like just make something. Like they're like, just record. Like just
Yeah, yeah.
like they're and
So they
I'm
kind of like I guess sense that you had a musical kind of like you had your
Yeah.
own voice and stuff, that your own
Yeah.
sensibility.
I guess like I feel like I always been good at like choosing music or a good ear for music.
Yeah, good taste. And
Yeah,
stuff,
good
yeah.
taste. I be finding a lot of
It's important.
artists. I be finding a lot of artists before they blow up. I've watched
Nice.
a couple, not more than a couple people. Like I find them early and I'm like, this shit is good. And the next thing you know,
They blow up.
yeah,
Nice.
like
That's always exciting.
yeah,
Like,
that
just thrilling
I
to
ain't
be a
gonna
part
lie.
of.
Like watching the journey
Yeah.
of an artist, like that's really what made me like it
Yeah.
more.
Okay,
like
really?
this music shit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I always had a good ear. I just didn't like my voice. It took me a
I
minute.
feel that.
Yeah.
I'm there with you on that. Like growing up, just being very insecure about it.
Yeah. It took me a minute to like actually like my voice.
Interesting.
And like that's probably why I wasn't doing it when I was like a teenager, like 16.
Facts, yeah.
Like I ain't make my first song till like 19, like late 19. too.
I wish I was practicing my chops back then. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Personally.
I wish I was going to the studio when I was 16. It probably would have been late.
Yeah,
Wait for
vocally.
it. Like I feel
Um,
like I started a little late now.
Right, yeah. Well, so how did you grow out of that? Like just with the support of your like older brother, mentor, friends and stuff, or you just forced yourself out of it?
I just forced myself out of it for like it literally got to a point where Yoko was in my crib. My second year in Atlanta, I moved into a house. So I wasn't like on campus no more.
Okay,
I
yeah.
had my own crib and shit.
That's when life really starts.
Yeah, 19, that's when shit got real. Like paying fucking bills and shit.
Right.
Yeah, so Yoko was at my crib. He had just bought all his studio shit, and I had like made a shitty song in my basement, and it was so bad. But like all my bros was there, like they was like,
Really? They're fucking with it and
like,
stuff?
yeah, just excited that I was doing some
Damn,
shit.
yeah.
So I was like,
I mean, that means a lot, and like you need that.
yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
looking back, that song was so bad, but it's like growth, you know?
Oh, for real? Yeah. No, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like that happened, and then like a couple weeks after I made the first shitty song, Yin Yang just picked me up one day, and he was like, we're going to a real studio. He was like, come to me. He was like, come with me to my session. We're going to a
Yeah.
real studio.
Just be there, be a part of
Yeah,
it.
and that was
yeah.
like my first time in like a state of the art studio, like not just a setup in somebody's house.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Not a
and-
bedroom studio type.
Right,
thing,
right. And like he was in there making music. Like he made like 3 songs in front of me. And while he's making it, he's asking me though, like, what should he say? Like he's kind of asking
Yeah.
me, like, you know, does
You're
this
like,
like like he's really taking my opinion into
yeah.
consideration. Like, you know, does this sound good? Like, what should I say? Like I gave him a couple bars type shit. And I was like, hold up. Like, so it got to the point like he's 3 songs in, he's playing this beat, he's telling me like he doesn't really know what to write to it. And he's just like, go. He's just like, go in there.
Oh, really?
Like lay a
behind
verse.
the mic and shit?
Yeah, he's just like, go. Like you lay a verse. I don't know what to say, you lay a verse. And that was like my first time really recording. And the engineer that he had was like, you never rap before? Like he,
Shit, yeah.
like after I did it, he asked me, he's like, you never rap before? And I'm like, hell no. Like I just typed some shit in my phone just now, and like I freestyle a little bit.
That's awesome.
And he's like, keep going. And I was like,
Word.
okay. Yeah, I was like, that had to be like the end of 2017.
What was that feeling like when you were going in, like before you recorded something? Like, were you nervous walking up to the mic and putting the headphones on?
Yeah,
or like...
I was nervous. I was nervous, but it felt good that my friend, who was already an established artist, was like asking me, you know, like he was. I had a lot of input.
Yeah.
Like
he kind of gave you like the credibility or just like the authority.
Yeah,
like you could do it.
He was actually like, you know, listening to some of the things that I was saying, like about the music that he was making, and I was like, man, if he thinks this is good enough, like maybe I should really try something.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's awesome.
So yeah, it kind of just went from there, and then like I don't know, man. Like I'm really big on the signs, like. Not like I'm not very religious, but I am spiritual in the sense that like I have my own personal spirituality. Like, and you can't. It's hard to explain, like, you know, the signs and your relationship with God to other people.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody has their own relationship.
Definitely.
But it's like the way things played out from that point on. Was just
mystical in a sense.
Yeah. So like. It just got to a point with 2 of my college friends. One I met, one of my boys from New York, his name is Nazir. Shout out Nas. And then another guy from Atlanta were interning at studios, like nice ass studios.
Yeah.
And I was just able to be in these spaces.
Right.
And not have to pay for sessions.
That's like an education in itself, and like the connections and everything. Like,
and it's like we were in Atlanta, so like I'm meeting hella people, bro. Like I met my musical idols like right before I started rapping.
Nice.
Like I met Uzi. I've been in the studio with him like twice. And this is years ago. Like this is all 2018.
Okay.
Late 2017. Really majority 2018 type shit. So like I met Uzi. I met Gunna. I met.
Do they all usually do stuff in Atlanta, or are they just coming through for sessions, or?
Well, I don't really know because, like, I only met them a couple times, so I don't know, like, what they really be doing.
Right.
But, like, yeah. Like, I met people that I look up to. A lot of different other artists, too, just breezing through the studio, you know, Black Youngster, people from QC, like, just different people.
Yeah.
So,
but it kind of gives you, like, a realer pic. Like, they're not just dudes on Instagram to you.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I was really in spaces, like, you know, like parlaying with these people. Like I had a conversation with them. It's actually kind of crazy. And this is before I was like in artist mode. Like now I would say like I'm really in artist mode. Like, you know what I'm saying?
In artist mode, you said?
Yeah. And this is back then when I was just like, I didn't really know what direction this shit was going.
Yeah.
So it's like all this is happening. Like, and school is kind of taking a back seat. In a way, because it's just like life is too lit right now.
It's too short to pause. Like, and if you, with everything, when things just happen like that, and you stop, like you're just gonna fall off that train.
Exactly, because like unlike a lot of people, I didn't start this like in my basement or like in my bro's room, like just making songs on GarageBand. Like my journey really started in state-of-the-art studios that I was able to use for free.
Yeah.
So it's like, from my perspective, it was like, bruh, I would be a fool to ignore these. Like, I would be a fool to not go record in this studio for the whole night. Like we got a studio from fucking 9 to 6 in the morning. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's an amazing opportunity.
Exactly. So like that's how my shit started, and it's so funny because like when I look back at my old music, it's like I was just trying shit.
Yeah, like, that's true. Yeah, when you're like getting started as an artist, like you're kind of almost just like an amalgamation of your idols until you find your own voice and stuff. But speaking of that, like watching your idols like Uzi and Gunna and stuff, like what did you notice about the craft from them? Like observing that stuff, maybe things that you learned or like
they weren't writing. Every time only seen Gunna record once, and I sat in on Uzi's session. I met Uzi twice. The first time he was playing, he played Love Is Rage 2 for us, like 2 days before it came out.
Wow.
Like it was him and his whole little posse. Who is that? I can't remember the name of the studio. I wanna say it was Stream Cut, but I don't think it was Stream Cut. It was one of them studios downtown. I spent a lot of my time at 12 Music Group, 12 Studio in Atlanta. A lot of people know about that. Pierre Bourne, he finished his Purple album there.
Okay.
Yeah, which is like one of his best albums.
Yeah.
I actually met some. I never met him personally, but I met a couple of his artists. I met Chavo, one of his artists. But yeah, these guys were not writing. That was like one of the first things I noticed.
And that kind of shocked you, or?
It didn't shock me, but it was just like, they're not. They're just going in there. Like, they're not trying too hard. Like, whatever comes out, comes out. Like,
that's true, yeah.
Yeah, the craziest shit I seen, though, when I actually did see Uzi record the second time, I seen him make 3 songs in, like, an hour.
Yeah, wow.
And that was insane. Like, chorus, verse, come out, smoke. Chorus, verse, come out, smoke. Chorus, verse, come out, smoke.
Yeah.
And that was just insane to me. Like, he was just going, bro.
Yeah, no, to see that process unfold in front of you, like especially with someone that talented, that's wild.
Because I like to write hooks. I like to write my choruses and like freestyle verses, but sometimes I'll freestyle a whole song. And I could usually do a song if I got something written in like 20, 30 minutes, like one song in that time.
Yeah.
So like an hour, like my last session I had, it was just 2 hours. I did 4 songs. But like to see him do 3 in an hour, and like how he did it, like
that's just wild.
Yeah,
you're like holy shit.
Yeah, I was just like, this is really him. Like,
yeah,
this is his daily.
Yeah,
like I was like, nah.
But also like there's like he actually is it. You know what I mean?
It's not
like he's got people working on it.
It's different when you really just sit and you can see somebody do it.
Like, and like they got talent. Like they're not fucking around.
They're not just playing the music. Like they're doing it right there in front of you. It's nothing better than that. So I was just like,
that's wild to me, dude. Like the rhyme, you know what I mean? Like just having a flow.
It's the repetition, man.
Really? Okay.
It's the repetition. Like you can tell, like they do this every day. Like this is their life. Like they eat, sleep, and breathe it.
They're just like their brain is like you think and like you know what I mean. You just have that flow and like.
And that's what I'm trying to be on, man. Like, yeah.
How do you lock into that, like personally? Do you ever, when you're freestyling and stuff, like do you get yourself like psyched up to do it, or like do you like how do you get yourself in the flow state?
Well, I would say for me, being able to record, consecutively, like for days on end, that helps with the creative flow too.
Yeah, it's like a stream of consciousness thing.
That's one thing. That's one thing that helps a lot. And then I would say for me, it's just like I do beats. The first beats I'm gonna do is the ones I love. Like when I get beats from these producers, I always categorize them. I'm doing the ones I absolutely love first,
right? And
then the ones that like that might be cool sounding, but I might personally not like love this beat.
Yeah, but you still think like there's something here
like,
that
I could do something with it.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna do the beats I love first because I know that they're gonna put me in
the state.
The ball is rolling now.
Right. Yeah. So it's something that speaks to you like that and gets you inspired. Okay.
Exactly. It's like I do the beats that I really love, like that I feel like I'm gonna sound good on, and like they inspire me.
Yeah.
So like I do those beats first. and it makes it easier to do like
The
the
other
beats
ones.
that I think I would sound good on it, but it's just a cool beat, like
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But you have to chisel it out, but
Yeah,
you'll take the
like
time to do it and
yeah, because
stuff.
it's
Yeah.
some beats I hear and it's like okay, yeah,
I hear the whole thing.
I'm
Yeah.
doing that immediately, or
Yes.
I like the chorus would just come to me like type it
Hmm.
out, and then the other beats I sit on them, like it might take me a month or two to figure out what would sound the best
Yeah.
on this type of beat.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No, sometimes you have to like try. You know what I mean to get
Hell
there.
yeah.
But like I feel like that's kind of a skill for artists, like to be able to see what it could be. You know what I mean? Like see the statue in the
Definitely.
marble block
Nah, for
and then
sure.
get to it.
That's what I'm getting better at. Like, cause you can't. I don't know, man. Like, you can't really rush this shit. It's kind of hard to like rush music.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't rush art.
Yeah, you can't rush it. Like, you can rush the quality of it, and I try not to do that. You
Of
know what I'm
course, yeah,
saying?
you'll be able to tell.
Exactly.
Generally, yeah.
So it's just like I just give myself time. Like, it's gonna come to me. Like everything comes to me.
Hmm.
So it's like just gotta give myself time to get, like the best way. Figure out. Sometimes you gotta give yourself time to figure out the best way to convey your
True.
thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, because especially if you don't have anything to say, like, don't force yourself
Exactly.
to. Yeah.
Cause like it'll be moments like that. Like that's how it was kind of when I told you I took 2 trips to New York. We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah.
But it's just like let's say you go a week of recording, like consecutively.
Hmm.
I get everything I need to get done.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I got some other beats, but it's just like I feel like I got all my ideas out. So now it's like it'll be those stretches where you just gotta live.
Exactly.
You need to live to give
Uh-huh.
yourself more content to write about.
Yeah, you need
You know what I'm
to
saying?
see some pretty sunsets, listen to some new music, have
Yeah,
some good
like
conversations and shit. Definitely.
go get your heart broken. Like
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not anything, to take a trip to somewhere.
Literally,
Yeah, go buy some shit.
Yeah.
But like go, yeah. You just gotta live sometimes.
Cook some recipes and shit.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like to give yourself like it'll be those moments as an artist, like okay, I feel like I got all my ideas out in this little moment.
That's
So
true,
I
yeah.
just gotta take a little break and then
Yeah, like
come
being
back.
an artist and like being in the craft in the process, like you are kind of just like in your like you know what I mean, in your own world.
Hell yeah.
Just kind of stuck there, not like in a bad way, you know what I mean, but like you're just
Yeah.
there to do it and you focus on it. But like
Nah, definitely
getting outside of yourself like is important,
hell yeah.
crucial.
I feel like you should never, unless you're like you've completely stopped doing everything. Like you're not writing, you're not recording, you're not trying to make content. You should never feel like you're stuck, because there's gonna be periods. I wouldn't say there. Most people look at periods where they're not working as like stagnation,
Yeah,
like you're stagnant.
I'm in a rut, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
And sometimes that could be true, mentally that could be true. Like, but honestly, you got to change how you look at those times
yeah,
as not stagnations, but as times of rest. You got to know,
yeah.
like, when you should rest.
You got to fill yourself up again, you know.
Exactly. Like, sometimes your energy get low. You got to rest. Everybody has to rest. There's going to be times in your life you feel like you're slowing down or you're stagnant, but really you just need to rest.
You're too busy just going hard and like
Exactly.
it's
And
important to take care of yourself.
Exactly. That's what last year showed me. Like, it was times where I thought these were low moments because I wasn't doing certain things or I wanted certain things faster.
Yeah.
But nah, it's just.
I mean, especially these
sometimes you
days,
gotta
like
rest.
oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, like with everything we see, like we see other people doing shit on social media and whatnot, and you're like, oh fuck, like
Exactly.
you need to get out there. But it's like, so speaking of that, and like you on your Spotify, like you do have a pretty frequent turnaround and like of rollouts and stuff. Like, how do you manage that with yourself? Like, it partly maybe like your spiritual system that you said, and
Yeah.
then your influences and taking care of yourself, or like, do you have a specific way of managing that, or you just like listen to your body's needs and stuff?
I don't know. Like, as far as actually dropping music, I feel like I don't drop enough.
Yeah.
I don't drop enough. Because I told you, like, all my EPs and stuff are, like, small. Like, they're not many songs. I've never
see.
dropped over 7 songs
Okay.
at one time.
I see.
So it's like, last year I dropped 2 EPs. The goal was 4. So,
Oh wow, okay.
yeah. So it's like,
I mean, dude,
I
that's
didn't reach my goal, but that's because life happened.
yeah,
Certain things happen, and it's like you just can't ignore it. You know what I'm
definitely,
saying? Like
of course, yeah.
you just gotta deal with what it is at the time.
Adulting.
Yeah, adulting for sure. But it's just like things happen for a reason. Sometimes things play out for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
But that's one thing I'm trying to get better at. Like that's, you know, why people like to kill and like having a team is like so essential
Mm.
because like I can't do everything by myself and I need people. You know what I'm saying? Everything I've been doing creatively,
That's true.
every cover art that you see on that's out right now on any platform.
That's all you.
Yeah, like creatively it's all me. Like I work with everybody. Any videographer or any graphic designer, like I work right there with them. Like I want to be in on the editing side. I never do something and just tell, whoever editing it to like
Yeah.
just do their own thing.
Get it back to me by this day.
Yeah,
Talk to you then.
Like I don't ever just hit these cover art people up like Thomas.
hmm
He does all my stuff. Him and Dylan.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've done like my last 3-4 cover art.
Oh, that makes me that gets me excited because they're working on a new logo for the podcast right now,
Yeah, man.
and they showed me some stuff. I'm like, shit, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm very
Thomas
excited.
just showed me this promo video last night. I was like, nah, you going crazy.
Oh my god, yeah.
But yeah, like I never just hit them up and be like, I need a song. This is the name of the song. Send me back whatever.
Mhm.
Like nah, like I am very involved
Nice.
on the creative side, and that's how I needed to be. That's how it's always gonna be, cause it's my vision. Like
Yeah,
I just
dude.
can't
Just like get that
yeah.
into somebody else's hands.
And the thing about it being my vision is, I'm not gonna stop it till it comes out how I want.
right,
So it's like,
it can't be half baked.
yeah, it can't be half baked. I'm not. Sometimes it's okay for shit to take a week or two longer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if it's gonna come out how I want,
yeah.
bet. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Allow that for yourself.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
And I feel like I've been making really good music, better music. This unreleased shit is like much better than what's out,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to rush putting it out
Mhm.
just for the sake of having more music out.
Right.
Like I want it to come out the way I see this shit. Like
Exactly. I mean, it'll be there forever
exactly.
once it's there.
So it's like, if that means my plan is gonna take a month or two longer,
Yeah.
so be it. Like,
That's the journey.
yeah, like it's okay. It's okay. I'm not rushing this shit. Cause like, unlike other people, like, I don't know, man. I want people to be able to play. Like when I'm in a better place as an artist, bigger than where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring all this old music back.
Mm-hmm.
Like these people, like the quality is gonna speak for itself.
Yeah.
And people are gonna be like,
Yeah.
why wasn't I listening to this? Like
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
in 2024 when I'm bigger, people gonna be like, why wasn't I listening to K.lifestyle 2022?
Mhm.
Like it's 2022 music is good. What
was I missing?
Yeah,
yeah.
what was I missing about it? Like why didn't I know about them back
Yeah.
then? Like that's
Exactly,
how
yeah.
that's how good the music's gonna be.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm okay with not rushing it.
Yeah.
Cause this shit,
Mhm.
this shit is gonna be timeless. Like that's how I view. I wanna be, I don't want to be one of those artists that's like here today and gone tomorrow,
Mhm.
or like get that little 15 minutes because
Yeah.
of one song,
Right.
and then you don't ever hear no song from me again. Like
Yeah.
nah. I'm gonna be once it's up. Like I'm gonna be around for a minute.
Nice.
That's how I'm viewing it. That's
You
how
want to live it.
Yeah, like that's how I view it. That's how I'm carrying it because it's a fact.
I mean, that's really important.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you go from Atlanta to Seattle?
Seattle.
You're not. Or is that? I think I misheard that.
Yeah.
So you're.
it was DC to Atlanta,
Okay.
and then I was in New York.
Oh, New York.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So how do you was hooked up with those two producer dudes
Yeah.
via social media or something or?
So basically, my boy Jay Lit, his name is Jordan.
Okay.
I went to I went to college with him. I went to Morehouse with him.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So like, we just became friends through one of his friends. Like, he had a brand with
Okay.
another friend of mine, like a clothing brand.
Gotcha.
And we just became cool, and he ended up moving to New York, and he goes to that Rock Nation School of Music.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of it, But
I
like
don't know if I have. Yeah.
Jay-Z opened like a school.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like a
A conservatory type thing.
yeah, like a music college.
That's awesome, actually.
And like, yeah, my friend goes there. Yeah,
Nice.
he's in the Rock Nation School of Music, and like
Okay.
he it was interning. He works for a label now. I don't know which one, but like
Yeah.
he was just interning. This is all like 21
Mm-hmm.
to 2021 summer when he started. So like when 2022 came, like the beginning of 2022. He just kept hitting me up, bro. He's like, come to New York, come to New York, come to New York,
Yeah.
come to New York. Like, he just, like, since January 2022, like, he was just telling me, come to New York.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, just come. You
Yeah.
know, I got another producer. Like, he has started to produce.
Mm-hmm.
This other producer was teaching him. The other producer ended up liking my music. So
Nice.
now it's two producers working together.
Yeah. Two's better than one.
Yeah, they were sending me stuff. Shout out my boy Life Crazy, man.
Life Crazy.
Yeah, Life Crazy and J Lit, those are my two producers in New York. Shout out to them.
Nice.
So
Well, yeah, you were playing me some of the stuff that you guys were making, and it sounds really, really good.
yeah, I'm gonna play you more too. But
Okay, where you at?
yeah, man, like we've been going crazy.
Yeah.
Been
So
going
you're
crazy.
excited? Are you gonna try to work more with them and stuff, and like make that a regular thing? Or
Yeah, for sure. Like the energy is just too good. Like I told you,
Yes,
like
yeah.
I like being able to cook up. Like the producers cook up with me. Like
Mhm.
I give them my input, what I want. You know.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know how to make beats, but
Yeah.
I know the sounds I like. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so I just do my best to describe it to
Uh-huh.
them. And like, you know,
Oh, that's so crucial though, to have somebody who you can like
Yeah.
who can hear your input. You know what I mean? And then like
exactly.
synthesize that literally.
And like that, I feel like the technical parts of music is like the coolest parts. Like the niggas that know how to make beats and mix these songs properly and mix your vocals, you know, having you sounding like an angel, you know, all that stuff.
The audio
that-
engineers, they're unsung heroes.
That's
Dude.
the real art, okay? That is the real art.
Honestly, yeah, I mean,
For real,
facts.
for real.
Yeah, like the craft, like it is such a cross between art and science. Like
Yeah,
literally.
right, literally. Like that's the coolest part. That's the coolest part of this shit.
Mhm.
So, yeah, he's hit me up all like the beginning of 2022. He's like, come to New York, come to New York, come to New York, come to New York. So I finally went July for 4th of July weekend, and I went again in August. And both times we just locked in, man. Like,
That's sick.
yeah, we had the space. My bro got us set up in his crib, and then we were recording at this really nice studio
Mhm.
up there too. So we was just locking in, and the whole time I was vlogging, getting footage, shooting. I shot a video. I shot a bunch of promos for songs that came out. Some of them didn't come out yet, and like yeah, and like after the first trip, I made like 5-6 songs, and we were like, okay. That's when we were, like, got more serious after that first
Like, oh shit,
trip.
we got something here.
Yeah,
with
like
each other.
we got something.
Yeah.
Like, and then after that second trip, that's when we were like, we have to make a project.
Yeah.
Like it's not just making songs. Like we're actually putting this together.
Yeah.
A solid project that's like
Like a
gonna-
concept.
Yeah,
Stuff.
that's
Nice.
gonna be really good. And we still planning it out and stuff. I got like probably like 8-9 songs that's finished that just need like that final master and stuff.
Yeah.
But we're trying to do this 12-song project. I don't know the name of the project yet,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be with J Lit and Life Crazy, K.lifestyle. So just remember those 3 names.
Yes, sir.
There's
Yeah.
a project coming out. It's 2023. The year just started. It's coming out this year.
Fuck
I don't know when.
yeah.
We don't know when, but it's gonna be big. So
You'll hear it when it's ready.
yeah, when it's
yeah.
ready, everybody will know. So just
Yeah,
remember
you-
that.
Fucking bet people will hear it. Yeah.
Exactly. So like, yeah. So that's part of the reason why I'm here in South Carolina right now too, because we're gonna finish some more songs right after this podcast.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're aiming for 12 songs for the project.
Mhm.
So that means, like I was telling you earlier, I gotta make like 20, 25 songs.
Yeah.
for us.
Go
So
from
we-
there.
Yeah, so we could, pick the best 12. Yeah.
So for you, I mean, that's a lot of material to write, like a lot of
Yeah.
words to write.
Definitely.
What do you find yourself writing about? Like, how do you go about crap? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's your message generally, or is it just like mixture of personal stuff and maybe like like, do you ever do like social commentary, like music and stuff like that, or like?
I feel like it's just my music is definitely very personal.
Mhm.
It's definitely just my experiences. I don't really try to talk on like you were saying, like social commentary and stuff like that. It's definitely very personal
Mm-hmm.
because like everybody that knows me knows like I'm not capping, I'm not lying about
Right.
none of
Yeah.
this stuff I say. Like I really do live this shit. I like to talk about, past like romantic
Mm-hmm.
experiences or like stuff like that.
That authenticity is really important, I feel like.
Yeah,
And,
like just past experiences romantically, things I've been through with different women, the fashion side of it. I always talk about the fashion side of it,
mm-hmm.
and then the other experiences, I went through like just growing up or, in the streets, jigging and stuff like that. Like we ain't gonna really talk about all of that on
Yeah.
here, but y'all know what I mean. Like just certain
Statute of
things,
limitations on that.
yes, that is, just certain things that have occurred that have happened, just experiences I've been through because I know people out there can relate. You know what I'm saying?
Your stories and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely,
That's
definitely.
important.
Facts. I'm not more so like I'm not no trap rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What does
I'm
that
not
mean?
trap rap, like
Trap, you said?
yeah,
Oh, okay. I
yeah,
thought
like
you said
trap
something
and
else.
drill, like that's not
Gotcha. Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
represent like so much more than that. Like
Yeah.
a big theme is the duality. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I come from a place that's viewed as the trenches, but I'm so much more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah.
Like I want this shit to be global. So
Yeah.
I
I mean,
gotta
they have that
present it.
perspective that isn't just
Exactly.
in one serving one
Yeah.
I guess fan base.
But
One
yeah,
audience.
definitely. But like the fashion aspect is always gonna be there. Like that's
Nice.
always gonna be a prevalent theme. I'm trying to get better at conveying that visually.
Mm.
Like yeah,
And keeping that like stimulating
yeah,
the aesthetics of it.
making sure the videos match the lyrics.
Yeah.
For sure.
I love the suits, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was a good one.
To me,
So
there's just like something about like like in any genre of music, like I've seen this, you know what I mean? Like you see a dude just like walk out in a suit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, facts.
and especially if you see a group of dudes in a suit, you're like, oh shit, what's going on with these guys? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So that was like for this video I did called "Come Through,"
Mm-hmm.
which was a Usher sample for "Let It Burn."
Okay.
Yeah, and that was on my last project. So my latest project is called "While I Slept." While I slept, it has a couple songs by J Lit and Life Crazy on there, and a couple by Wake Up Gavin, which is this producer from DMV, and he actually just got a Saw Baby placement on the Saw Baby project that just came out.
Damn.
So
Nice.
shout out to Wake Up Gavin. Shout out to him.
Let's go.
Yeah. And yeah, and then also another producer called Damn Risky, who's from Maryland as well. Shout out to him. He's a tough artist too, but he also produces.
Nice.
So yeah. So basically I shot that video in the suit and the whole theme of the video was like, I'm pulling up on my girl.
Yeah.
I'm bringing her flowers.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
late to the date.
Yeah, yeah.
Like so she's mad. And then like that's kind of how the
You're doing like the
video
straight man thing with like,
Yeah.
look at the flowers.
right. So like that was the whole like reason why I threw the suit on and stuff like that.
Akil's calling me right now. Should we answer him?
Yeah, let's see what's up.
Let's see what's up. Yo, Akil, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Cam? Hey, could you do me a favor and go let two skaters that I'm working with downstairs?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Bet. So like the last two things like I wanted to touch on, man.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure, people know about my last project, While I Slept. It came out at the end of September 2022. So I need everybody to tap into that for sure. For sure.
Go stream that now.
Yeah, go
You
stream that
bitches.
now. I dropped a single too called No Soul. This is my last song of 2022. Yeah, with a video as well. K.lifestyle, No Soul. That's a good one too.
Nice.
Want people to tap into that. And yeah, just look forward to more content, man. More collaboration, with Young Fly Lords, all of the people involved, you know what I'm saying? More music, more content, more everything is coming out of this camp, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so look forward to my next project with Life Crazy and J Lit, my boys in New York.
Mhm.
It's gonna be big, man. We're planning like a release party in New York
Mhm.
and in DC. We're gonna try to do both. I know I could do DC for sure. but we're trying to make New
little
York.
homecoming thing. Yeah,
we're trying to make New York happen. So probably aiming for like spring.
Nice.
My birthday's in spring, so I like to do stuff around my
yeah,
birthday.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
Hell
like the cold weather.
for real.
So,
Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by, man.
No problem, man.
Let's do it.
Thanks for having me on the show, man.
Absolutely, anytime. Let's go listen to some of that new music.
Let's go.
Apple Music 2. Apple Music 2.